Explore the maze-like labyrinth of ancient Athens and see the trial and demise of Socrates, a gripping tale of moral rectitude and philosophical defiance. Come along as we explore the core of intellectual bravery and ageless wisdom as we unravel the mystery surrounding one of history's most iconic figures. In the vast landscape of philosophy, few figures loom as large as Socrates. His life, teachings, and eventual death have left an indelible mark on Western thought. Join us as we embark on a profound exploration into the trial and death of Socrates, unraveling the complexities of ancient Athens and the profound impact of one of history's most enigmatic thinkers. The man and his mission. Socrates, a towering figure in the history of philosophy, emerged in ancient Athens during a period of intellectual passion. Born around 470 BCE, he was not an aristocrat or a statesman but a humble stonemason's son. Despite his modest background, Socrates possessed an insatiable curiosity and a relentless passion for wisdom. In the bustling marketplace of Athens, Socrates engaged in conversations with people from all walks of life. His method, famously known as the Socratic dialogue, involved a series of probing questions aimed at uncovering the truth. Rather than providing answers, Socrates sought to stimulate critical thinking and self-examination. Central to Socrates' mission was his belief in the pursuit of virtue and the examined life. He famously declared, "The unexamined life is not worth living," urging his fellow citizens to reflect on their beliefs and values. For Socrates, philosophy was not merely an academic pursuit, but a way of life, a journey of self-discovery and moral enlightenment. Socrates' teachings attracted a diverse array of followers, including young aristocrats and aspiring philosophers. His influence extended far beyond the confines of the Athenian agora, inspiring generations of thinkers to question assumptions, challenge conventions, and embrace intellectual humility. As we delve into the life and teachings of Socrates, we uncover not just a philosopher, but a man on a mission to seek truth, to cultivate wisdom, and to encourage others to embark on the journey of self-discovery. In the unstable world of ancient Athens, Socrates stood as a beacon of intellectual courage and moral integrity, challenging the status and inspiring future generations to dare to question, to inquire, and to pursue the path of philosophical inquiry. The political situations of Athens. In the 5th century BCE, Athens stood as a beacon of democracy and intellectual freedom. Yet beneath its facade of civic pride lay a city grappling with internal strife and external threats. The aftermath of the Persian Wars had left Athens strained economically and politically. Within this charged atmosphere, Socrates emerged as an aggressive figure, challenging the status quo and questioning the foundations of Athenian democracy. Despite its ideals of equality and freedom of speech, Athenian democracy was not immune to the influence of powerful elites and propagandists. The Peloponnesian War, a protracted conflict between Athens and Sparta, raised conflict within Athenian society. As the war dragged on, Athens faced economic hardship, social disturbance, and a loss of confidence in its political institutions. In this volatile political climate, Socrates' unorthodox teachings and his association with prominent figures like Critias and Alcibiades raised suspicions among the city's leaders. His relentless critique of Athenian society, coupled with his influence on the youth, made him a target for those seeking to maintain the status quo. As we explore the political climate of Athens, we uncover a city torn between its democratic ideals and the harsh realities of power politics. In this troubling environment, Socrates' commitment to truth and intellectual integrity placed him at odds with the prevailing winds of Athenian politics, ultimately leading to his trial and execution. The trial of Socrates. In the year 399 BCE, Socrates found himself standing trial before the Athenian court, accused of impiety and corrupting the youth. The trial, held in the heart of Athens, was a dramatic affair that captivated the attention of the city's citizens. Despite his reputation as a gadfly and his unyielding commitment to truth, Socrates faced a formidable challenge in defending himself against the accusations leveled by his fellow Athenians. The charges of impiety and corrupting the youth struck at the core of his teachings and his very way of life. In his defense, Socrates employed his characteristic wit and intellectual rigor, engaging in a spirited dialogue with his accusers and questioning the validity of the charges against him. He argued that his mission of questioning and self-examination was a service to the city, not a threat to its stability. Despite his impassioned defense, Socrates was found guilty by a narrow margin. Faced with the prospect of exile or death, he chose the latter, believing it to be preferable to a life without philosophy. In a stunning display of defiance, he rejected offers of clemency and embraced his fate with stoic resignation. The trial of Socrates stands as a testament to the power of ideas and the courage to defend them, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. In his refusal to compromise his principles, Socrates demonstrated the importance of intellectual integrity and moral courage, inspiring generations to come. The death of Socrates. As the verdict of guilt was delivered, Socrates faced the inevitable consequence of his trial death. In the dim confines of his prison cell, surrounded by his closest friends and disciples, he prepared to drink the hemlock, a potent poison that would bring about his demise. In his final moments, Socrates remained remarkably composed, his demeanor reflecting the philosophical serenity that had defined his life. Rather than lamenting his fate or seeking pity, he engaged in one last dialogue with his companions, exploring the nature of the soul and the prospect of an afterlife. As the hour of his execution approached, Socrates lifted the cup of hemlock to his lips and drank it without hesitation. His disciples, overcome with grief, watched in silence as their beloved teacher succumbed to the effects of the poison. With his death, Socrates left behind a legacy that would endure for centuries to come. His unwavering commitment to truth, his relentless pursuit of wisdom, and his willingness to sacrifice his life for his principles inspired countless thinkers and philosophers throughout history. The death of Socrates marked the end of an era, but it also served as a testament to the power of philosophy to transcend the limitations of mortality. In his final act, Socrates demonstrated the ultimate triumph of the examined life, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate with seekers of truth and wisdom to this day. As we reflect on the life and death of Socrates, we are reminded of the enduring power of ideas and the profound impact that one individual can have on the course of history. In his death, Socrates became more than a philosopher. He became a symbol of intellectual courage and moral integrity, inspiring generations to question, to inquire, and to strive for a life of meaning and purpose. As we conclude our journey through the trial and death of Socrates, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to you, our viewers, for joining us on this exploration of ancient philosophy and timeless wisdom. Through the life of Socrates, we have witnessed the power of questioning, the importance of intellectual courage, and the enduring pursuit of truth. His legacy serves as a beacon of inspiration for all who seek to lead examined lives and strive for a deeper understanding of the world around them. May we continue to heed the lessons of Socrates, to question assumptions, to challenge conventions, and to embrace the pursuit of wisdom in all its forms. Thank you for accompanying us on this philosophical journey.